brought to you by Talebot Bedtime Stories, personalized tales for kids.
Araceli and the Enchanted Forest, Unraveling the Mystery of the Ancient Artifacts. A special bedtime story for Araceli. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled at the edge of a dense forest, lived a curious and brave little girl named Araceli. She had a heart full of wonder and a mind bursting with questions. Araceli loved exploring the world around her, seeking answers to the mysteries that whispered through the wind. Little did she know that soon, she would embark on the most extraordinary adventure of her young life. One sunny afternoon, Araceli's grandmother told her a fascinating tale about a hidden treasure deep within the heart of the forest. These were not just any treasures, they were ancient artifacts, remnants of a forgotten civilization. But the forest was not an ordinary forest. It was enchanted, protected by deadly mechanical devices that were meant to keep intruders away. Brave souls had tried and failed to retrieve the artifacts, but Araceli's grandmother believed in her granddaughter's intelligence and logic. Araceli's heart raced with excitement as she envisioned the artifacts, waiting patiently for someone who could outsmart the forest's defenses. With her grandmother's words echoing in her mind, Araceli made up her mind. She would venture into the enchanted forest and unravel the mystery of the ancient artifacts. The next day, armed with a small bag of tools and a heart full of determination, Araceli set foot into the forest. The air was thick with mossy fragrance, and the sunlight danced through the canopy of leaves. The forest welcomed her with open arms, whispering secrets of the past. As Araceli journeyed deeper into the forest, she encountered the first mechanical device, a giant spinning wheel covered in thorny vines. The wheel blocked her path, and fear crept into Araceli's heart. But she remembered her grandmother's words, "When you face the unknown, don't be scared. Pause, think, and listen." Araceli took a deep breath and observed the spinning wheel. She noticed a pattern in its movements, a gap between the thorny vines. With a burst of courage, Araceli timed her movement and darted through the gap, escaping unscathed. She had learned her first lesson: patience and observation were key. The forest, sensing her bravery, guided Araceli further, presenting her with new challenges. There were swinging pendulums, shooting arrows, and even a maze of mirrors that reflected false paths. Each obstacle tested her wits, but Araceli never gave up. She listened to the forest, observed its patterns, and used her intelligence to overcome every hurdle. Finally, after days of exploration and clever problem-solving, Araceli stood before a grand stone door. Beyond it lay the chamber of the ancient artifacts. But the door wasn't ordinary, it had a series of buttons, each engraved with a symbol. Araceli had seen these symbols in her grandmother's old books. They represented the elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Remembering her lessons, Araceli analyzed the symbols and deduced their sequence. With a calm hand, she pressed the buttons in the correct order: earth, air, fire, and water. The stone door rumbled, and with a resounding creak, it opened, revealing a treasure trove of ancient artifacts. Araceli's eyes widened with awe as she beheld the artifacts. They were exquisite, each carrying a story of a long-forgotten civilization. She carefully collected them, knowing they were to be key pieces for the museum's research. She had done it. She had unraveled the mystery of the ancient artifacts. With the artifacts safely in her bag, Araceli made her way back through the forest. The mechanical devices that once guarded her path remained silent, acknowledging her intelligence and bravery. The forest whispered goodbye, bidding her farewell until their paths crossed again. As Araceli emerged from the forest, she couldn't wait to share her tale with her grandmother. She had learned a valuable lesson, that when faced with the unknown, fear was not necessary. All one had to do was hear, listen, and think. Araceli's adventure taught her the power of intelligence and logic, and she carried that lesson in her heart forever. That night, as Araceli lay in bed, she drifted off to sleep with a smile on her face. The forest, the ancient artifacts, and her own bravery danced in her dreams, reminding her of the magical adventure she had embarked upon. And as she slept, her mind filled with dreams of new mysteries waiting to be unraveled. And so, dear Araceli, remember this tale as you drift off to sleep. Just like Araceli, you are brave and curious. When you face the unknown, don't be scared. Just pause, think, and listen. The world is full of wonders and mysteries, waiting for someone like you to uncover them. Sleep tight, little adventurer, and may your dreams be filled with enchanted forests and ancient treasures. Good night.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with Talebot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $1.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.